Have you ever looked at what you're doing and thought, this should be working? Like on paper, you're doing it. You're not snacking at night. You're eating real meals. You're being consistent. You're not doing the things people usually point to. And yet nothing is moving, or barely anything is moving. And it makes zero sense. And if we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Dawn. Welcome to Beyond Optimal. I'm watching this happen in real life right now with a couple people I know. I have one friend, and she does not have the typical food noise situation. She's not thinking about food all day. She's not grazing. She's not in the kitchen at 10 p.m. undoing everything she worked for all day long. She eats her meals and she moves on. And she's still battling 75 to 100 pounds. And then I have another friend who was on GLP-1 for about a year and only lost 5 pounds. 5. So what do we do with that? Here is what usually happens next. Someone will say, well, she must be missing something. She must not be tracking right. She must not be as consistent as she really thinks. And I don't love that answer. Sometimes the behavior actually looks right, and the result still doesn't match. When that happens, that's not a failure. That's a signal. And it means you're looking at the wrong layer of the problem. Most of us have been taught to only look at what we can see. What you ate, how much you ate, did you move today? Your body's not running on just those 3 things. Underneath that, there's a whole system. Blood sugar regulation, stress response, sleep quality, hormonal signaling, thyroid function, how your nervous system is responding to everything happening around it. And none of that shows up in a food log. None of that shows up in I had chicken and broccoli. So when someone says I'm doing everything right, what they usually mean is I'm doing everything I can see. And those are not the same thing. So instead of asking, why isn't this working? Start asking, what am I not seeing yet? Because there's always something. And this is not turning your life into a science experiment or obsessing over every detail. It is about zooming out enough to realize this is not a one variable equation. Look at your sleep next to your hunger, your stress next to your cravings, your energy patterns across the whole week, not just one day at a time. Because when you start layering those things together, you start seeing trends. And once you see a trend, you finally have something you can actually work with. And this is where I started bringing tools. Your brain is not built to manually connect that many variables at once. I don't care how disciplined you are. Being able to input what's actually happening across your week and see patterns you couldn't see before, that's a completely different approach than just trying to eat less and move more. If eat less and move more was the whole answer, these situations wouldn't exist. And they do. A lot more than people realize. So if you're watching this thinking, this is me, this doesn't make any sense, I want you to stop before you go to, I must be doing something wrong. You might not be. You might just be missing a part of the picture. And that's a very different problem to solve. This is actually why I built the pattern tracker and the lab analysis tool. Not to give you more rules, but to help you actually see what's going on underneath the behavior. Once you can see it, you can work with it. Links are in the description. And if you want to talk through what you're seeing, I do strategy calls as well. So I'll see you in the next one.